I ain't doing all like that. I ain't doing all like that. I ain't
The trophy is them getting in the ring and dealing with this situation. It's bigger than the trophies. How would I say, when you're on that level, and I don't know how he think, he hear you but he don't hear you, you know.
You know, I remember him sleeping on the sidewalk waiting for us to get to the gym to open it, you know. He was a fighter in the streets, in school, so they, you know, they brought him somewhere where he can fight all he want without getting in trouble. And when he got about 9 or 10 years old, Coach Calvin Ford took him to his first amateur tournament. He won. He won the tournaments 15, 20 times. Up until
Nigga. Big shot to the body.
Jesus fucking Christ! No! I just want the drinks! It's taking too fucking long, man. It's pissing me off! Come on! Were you paid already?
Ended up dropping my top, okay. My ex told me she needed space. I guess we both going to Mars, okay.
I feel.
what up? What up? What up?
Welcome to another episode of the fucking Angry White Men. I'm D1. That's William Old School, the Raging Cajun, aka it's William, aka Wild Bill, aka never been late for a meal in his fucking life. And we're here to turn some shit up tonight. I got some videos for us to watch tonight, my boy, and I think they're gonna get the first episode of the Angry White Men once this zesty flame ball starts talking. But
Want me to do roll call real quick?
what's up with you, champ? How you doing today, Wild Bill? You good?
Yeah, had a rough day. Me and a bear had a little incident out in Mississippi, and then the cops showed up, and then me and the cops went a couple rounds. And
Yeah, just typical Wild Bill shit. What's happening with you?
Well, I told the cop, I said, what was I supposed to do? The dude was charging at me. I mean, was I going to let him bite me? Fuck no. I popped 2 fucking 44s in the ground, turned the dude around, let him know, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to kill you.
For real, dog. For real.
I ain't fucking with no real bear.
Dog, I ain't even fucking with Mike Ditka. Fuck that. I'm straight.
That's it.
I ain't fucking with no bears, never.
Dude
no
was not
time in
happy
life.
with me for some reason.
Man, this shit's wild to me that you pulled out a gun and popped 2 in the ground. Because where I'm from, if you do that shit, it's downtown, homie. Fuck you doing with an unlicensed gun?
Well,
I don't give a shit where you was at.
The gun's in my name. The thing is, though, is the wildlife guy shows up. He looked at the claw mark, saw that the bear was charging me, and he was like, well, he kind of had no choice. He said he'd have probably been dinner if he didn't do something. So the cops gave me a warning, let me go. But yeah, bro. They kept me there for like 40 minutes arguing with me over nothing, you know?
Yeah, typical pig shit. That's what they do. To where were you at? What part of Mississippi? What were you in? Crossing the border or some shit?
Between Biloxi. It's a town between Biloxi and the state line of Alabama.
Fucking A, dude. You're way down there. You're deep south. I'm East Coast, not even on the coast. I'm fucking Western New York over here on the Great Lakes. These dudes are tearing up trout and shit today in the chat. I'm like, yeah, you ain't even have no good trout. The shit's in my backyard, dog. You know what I mean? Catch it and then cook it same day type shit. But what's up, man? You want to say what's up to all these people in the chat?
Yeah, let me do the roll call real quick. All things was happening. Miss Joette was happening. Jory Face was happening. Cash Crypto, Lottie Lee, Tim Layton. Who else? I think that's it. Oh, Melanie Queen. Melanin Queen.
Melanin, yeah. Yo, did you see that fucking interview that I want to show you?
Right, you talking about that Floyd Schofield thing?
We got it. I got it. I have to.
That dude had to be drugged.
He's zesty as shit, boy. And the shit he's saying on there, it's like, what? You used to talk shit about Bill Haney? And you out here like this? I got footage of your son fighting.
Yeah, Tank will kill that kid.
We about to get angry today, dog.
I mean, literally kill that kid in the ring. It wouldn't even be close. Dude, I don't think that kid makes it 2 rounds with Tank.
Yeah, like, I don't know, man. We gotta shout out to Mill City. You're the fucking man, Mill. You know what I mean? There ain't much more to say about it than that.
Did you see Mill's face while he was doing the interview? Like, this dude's out of his goddamn mind.
Mill City, my dog, bro. I've been a member to his channel since he started offering that shit. Just some people you gotta support. That matter of fact, I gotta renew a subscription. I noticed today was out on Just Do. I don't even understand how it runs out. No other subscription I pay for runs out. Why did that one run out? I don't know. YouTube is funny, bro, and they're fucking with this channel too with the shorts. They're not pushing it out like they should. Like today I dropped 3 shorts, 3 ads on our live stream. they got a total of combined of 24 views, and they were shown 24 times in other people's feed, which I think I shared it to the chat, and they all come over and like, comment, do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just unfortunate because I've had 5 or 6 different boxing channels building it behind the scenes. I've always been D1, but I'd talk shit from this account, and I always be building other YouTube channels and trying to see what works and what don't. I kind of know this shit, and what happens is you like if you violate a YouTube policy, and you don't never know you're violating it until like a week later they notify you. There ain't nobody to talk to. It's hard. You got to be a straight
Is that what you were
square.
talking about?
Yeah, in the creators chat. It's
Yeah.
straight. You got to be a fucking straight stickler square. I don't know. I think maybe they watched one of our live streams and was like, "Oh, fuck this. This dude's got to be 18 and over." No doubt about it. So I set that shit up today. I'm like, my shit is rated R, to say the least. We ain't even get started yet. People ain't even seen half of me yet. Like, I think tonight, these videos I'm about to play, I'm probably going to get a little angry tonight, though. For the
Omega
first time.
Red, J Hardcore.
What's happening, Omega? Thank you for stopping
Man,
through, homie.
Jay's internet's looking real good. Ever since he slipped the neighbors an extra $5, they took care of him.
That's that
You know?
Ethernet cord, dog. That's that real shit right there. When you gotta pay a $10 a foot for a piece of cord, that motherfucker better do more than give me the Ethernet. I don't even know what the Ethernet is, so it better do something. But that shit's fast, though. My son was trying to tell me a little bit about that earlier, but I ain't fucking with no Ethernet. But yo, I gotta start playing this clip for clip, because we'll be here for fucking 10 hours if I don't start playing it. But I'm gonna play it from, it's little clips, because the way I gotta upload it, I don't really fuck with computers, and I ain't have time to get to the library today, and I can't go on the computer at my house because it's a no-go, and I don't prefer to say that kind of shit online. So, all right, I'm gonna play this. Ready, dog? Here we go.
He's talking about 6 more
first list before he become a megastar.
You guys ain't gonna fight Tank. You guys are not gonna get that fight.
Number 20, the WBA could also, yes. Why wouldn't we get that fight?
He's on his way. He's talking about 6 more fights. And you think you're part of that 6? When we got you got Loma, Shakur, and then some other names as well, title holders as well. Zepeda.
After Zepeda,
Haney's still there. Teofimo. That's his era.
Tank hold one belt, right? What belt Tank hold?
He holds the WBA.
Who's the person?
You got
me. So it ain't no discussion on that.
But
like
if their team believes that you don't deserve to be there because you haven't even fought an undefeated fighter, it could be like that.
No,
it could get like that.
That ain't how law works, brother. That is not how law works. Y'all talking about
what law?
Yeah, it's like, what the hell is he talking about?
Listen, I'm gonna play the next one, and then I'm gonna go in.
The warm the fuck up. He lost a lot of weight. Tank is naturally 180 pounds, y'all. Tank walk around big. He got to stay in the gym now because he's making money now because he got to be disciplined. When we was in the gym,
how much do you guys weigh?
Man, well, Floyd is big.
He's big.
Floyd is big.
Pause, but he is, yeah.
Floyd's big too. That's what, man.
He looked more like 180 than me.
We ain't got the scale in Adrian Broner camp, and everybody got on that scale. I'm telling you, he's a light heavyweight. Fighting is a lightweight, and that's why when he crack people, they feeling that 180 pounds on their chin. What the fuck?
Oh, this is starting to sound funny now. You saying that he 180?
Funny, he don't hide straight up that big. Before he became disciplined, I'm telling you, in between his other fights, ask him. He would blow up.
Is he on drugs?
I was starting to think that. 180 fucking pounds. Tank would have to have a 50-pound weight in his fucking pocket. Just because your son is a big old fucking kid that needs to cut 40 pounds just to to stay competitive with fucking guys that nobody would ever fucking know who they are if their life depended on it. Not even boxing nuts like me or you could say who the fuck his last opponent was or what the fuck he's about. 180 fucking pounds, and then he starts babbling on about fucking Adrian Broner's camp. What at the 24-5 or the 20 whatever the fuck they shot at on Adrian Broner's fucking page? 180 pounds.
Man, the most
Come
I ever
on,
heard
man.
Tank weighing back when he was undisciplined was like 160. Period.
Listen, he weighed 160 if he had a person hand on his shoulder on the scale. Back when he was drinking, he's a 5'5" little tiny man. He's as tall as my wife. If he weighed 180 pounds, he'd have a fucking keg walking around with him, the fucking beer belly out to here, 180 pounds. What? The fuck kind of crystal meth did that dude smoke before he got on this fucking interview? I'm going to play another clip. He's fucking on.
Dude, I thought he was...
vacate the belt and go fight whoever he want, or he's going to have to fight us. So that's what it's going to come to. Why do you think Bernard Hopkins said, yeah, in 2 years you're going to fight? Because Floyd asked in this on video, Bernard Hopkins will be signed. In 2 years, get me the Tank fight. And Bernard Hopkins said, we'll get you the Tank fight in 2 years, but Tank might not want to fight you. Everybody know that. Everybody know the secrets. So he's going to vacate and move up and get a 140 fight. The same way Devin, the same way Shakur ducking, everybody know he can fuck them up easy.
But, Coach, does it make sense for Tank?
For Tank, no. So Tank going to drop the belt. Even Tank keeping the belt don't make sense for Tank. If he making $30 million a fight and you got to give up 3% to just to hold a belt, the name is bigger than the belt. Why are you giving up 3%? That ain't even business smart.
Fucking shout out. That's how you know he's never been to the top. Doesn't know anything about what the fuck he's speaking of. And if he's Floyd Schofield's trainer, that's way out of that fucking guy. There's no single way does he believe anything what he's saying. Bernard Hopkins said if he's gonna have to what? Where? And who the fuck is afraid of Kid Schofield?
Dude, when I first heard this, I swear I thought this dude was drunk as fuck.
The shit gets zestier, dog. It gets zestier and zestier and zestier. This fucking dude is a Bill Haney.
I get 3% of $30 million. Fuck that, I will leave the belt. And I'm telling you, when it comes to that point where you got to face a tough guy, he's going to leave the belt. Tank is getting older. Tank brain can't keep taking so much punishment. You can hear him kind of slurring. You can see he's starting to slow down. I know because we've been in the camps with him. I can see the decline. And I could do like Floyd, and I could sit back for 2 years if I wanted to and then snipe him. But I don't want to do that. I want to give him a chance. I don't want to give him a fight with Floyd in his prime and got all his strength and he going a downhill slide. No, I want to fight him while Floyd don't have grown man power and he have all his power and he have all his senses.
You know, we're boxing. We all.
Is he sure? Is he sure he wants to do that? Or does,
bro, when you
does he
start
know
talking
Tank,
about Tank declining?
Does he know Tank only got, yeah, hold on, I'm going to get to that. Tank only got 6 more fights, and he knows that God hasn't blessed him nowhere near fucking close to being on the list of the 6 fights that Tank got left. Is that the reason you're on somebody else's podcast talking shit? Like the little bullshit intercontinental WBA belt you got means anything to fucking anybody, especially the fucking WBA, when Tank is the top fucking earner in the sport? Canelo's fights are about to start getting fucking boycotted, and you mean to tell me the last real earner the WBA has, they're gonna fucking make him vacate the belt so Floyd Schofield can get a shot because you know the law? What? Where they do that at, retard?
Quickly, hey, friend.
He starts talking about Tank's decline?
Bro.
Because Tank's a little slower than he was back in the amateurs when he was 14.
Man, they ain't nothing declining about Tank right now, right? Dude's on drugs.
Listen, bro, it gets worse too, bro. It gets way worse. This guy is out of it, bro. Like for
The
real, for
body,
real.
and let me tell you, even not no more. Nobody hitting Tank to the body because
You think they're not trying to take that risk?
it's fuck a risk. They don't understand boxing. They don't know his weakness. But I'll keep that there. But people not going to his body. Who said Tank could take body shots? I know he could take head shots. He got a block head, and I love the brother. But who said he could take body shots? Who you see dig his body and break him down? He just lost 50, 60 pounds to get into a damn ring. Why wouldn't they slow down his breathing? Why wouldn't they cave in his chest? Fuck a wrist. You could just stab in the chest of the body. They don't know boxing. They don't know the drowner. Every time they hit him in the lungs, they're going to fill with water. It's easy to beat Tank. Tank lose every round if they aim it for his head.
Easy to beat Tank.
What made Tank hard to beat? Tank haven't really fought nobody to the end. Two, he fought old champions well past their prime. The Floyd Mayweather thing to build the brand. Who have he fought?
You don't like his first world title with Pedraza? You didn't like that one?
Who was Pedraza? Was he A level, B level, C level? I ask you.
Come on.
What A level fighter did Tank fight? That's all I'm asking. A or B? Any C level Pedrazas? These? Tell me who these guys fought.
William Old School bounced. I know I didn't kick him off or anything, but he probably just got a phone call or something. But who the fuck is this Zesty Pack fucking what? Where? What blasphemy?
I hit the wrong button.
It's all good, bro. You hit done. I do that shit all the time. I'll be up.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, hold up. We gotta. There's more to this Zest fucking Pack. This guy is out of it, bro. Oh wait, was that it? Hold up.
A or B? Any C level Pedrazas? These? Tell me who these guys fought.
I think he got a lot of good guys on his resume. I think a Pitbull Cruz that's a hard task. That's a really hard task.
Pitbull Cruz was a nobody. The only reason Pitbull Cruz
knew who he was.
No, the only reason Pitbull Cruz got famous is because he lasted with Tank, not because he beat Tank. Because he lasted with Tank. And Tank was sleeping everybody because these people was cab drivers or either champions that was C-level. So then Pitbull Cruz blew up because Tank said he didn't want the rematch. Tank don't want anybody hitting him in his body, putting pressure on him. That's what I tried to say before. Like, who hit him in his body? Look at Pitbull Cruz fight, and you see why Tank don't want the rematch. So you think he don't want to fight Floyd, somebody who got the same aggression movement but angles and get hit way less? Come on now.
Hold on. I'm going to show you what this is the guy he's talking about. Tank Davis. This guy.
On the big stage.
$20 left. Do we have some late drama here? 10 seconds. Good stuff from Floyd Kid Austin Schofield.
That's him. That's the guy.
Bro, when you start saying Tank dropping 50 and 60 pounds, he's fucking out of his goddamn mind.
Where is he dropping 50, 60 pounds off unless he's talking about like an entourage member? Because like what? 50, 60 pounds from what?
And he's sitting there saying people don't know about boxing. The only one sounds like they don't know shit about boxing is him.
Listen, bro. He's a Zesty Pack, bro. He's a whole flaming fucking stuffed pepper, bro. Like straight up. That's Floyd. So you're the guy that's gonna bring your son to champion to where Tank's at, and take that WBA fucking intercontinental fucking championship of the Americas belt to court and say, I know the laws. You got to give me a fucking Tank fight. That's because they're gonna be like, yeah, all right, well. First, you got to fight this eliminator. No, what they're going to say is, okay.
Not a goddamn
we promised you, and we promised him, too. And him happens to be fucking whatever killer they got in line. You fuck around and get your fucking whole lunch ate, dinner reservation took, fucking beat up. What are you talking about, Zesty, man? Stop it. Stop the fucking cat, Floyd Schofield Sr., or whatever your Zest Pack ass name is. You little zest ball. You need more fucking balls to be a fucking trainer of men, a trainer of boxers, and you're a fucking whole zesty pack. Fuck out of here with that shit. Talking about Tank is declining. Who on planet Earth would fucking agree with that dude? And he tried to fucking swoosh his hair over like it was... What? Fuck out of here, zest ball. I ain't even talking. That shit is make me, my fucking blood pressure just went up 40 fucking bumps, bro. That's some whole bitch ass shit. And you know you ain't getting a Tank fight. And you're only out here talking that fuck shit because you know he only got 5 fucking fights left, 6 fights left. And one of them is Shakur. One of them's Devin. One of them's fucking Loma if his little bitch ass will fucking decide to fight. Fuck are you talking about, zest ball? Fuck out of here, Floyd Schofield Sr. I'm gonna fucking DM him this version, this episode of Angry White Men. So hopefully next time he comes on here, so I can tell him to his fucking face he's a zest ball. Fucking goofy bitch. Fuck is you talking about?
And talk about his kid. His kid's definitely a C- level.
What? Like I ain't even willing to put him on the C level yet. What, a C level to who? Championship fighters right now, like Shakur and Tank and Loma and fucking even Denny's Baranchek?
I was being generous. C-.
I know. Denny's would give that fucking boy a boxing lesson. Did you see how frustrated? That wasn't even his last fight because I wanted to fucking cut him a little slack. His last fight, he headbutted. Dude headbutted. He had 16 cuts on his fucking face from headbutting all night, and it was a no contest. But Floyd's going to go to Tank's body. You know why people don't go to Tank's body? You know why?
Yeah, because they're going to get hit.
Why. Yeah. Keep going down there if you want. You're going to be going to the ER very shortly.
Yep.
Knock the fuck out. Zeke will pack right on your fucking shit. Fuck out of here. Your little zesty gonna go Tank's body's weak. You ain't never seen Floyd or Coach Kelvin hitting Tank with the 20-pound fucking cowbell in the gut? I know I've seen that at least 5, 6 different training films where he's getting slammed in the fucking stomach with a 20-pound cowbell. Stop it. They built the fucking face of boxing, the best boxer on this planet, and your son can't even be mentioned in the same fucking sentence. So
hey,
take that little intercontinental fucking belt and shove it up your fucking ass, you zest pack motherfucker. Fuck out of here. There's some more fucking interview of that I got to play, but fuck that. I ain't even wasting no time on him. He just wanted to suck Mill off, truth be told. That's why he was there. Wanted to flirt with a dude with a full beard. Shit. Mill, good shit, homie. Telling that fucking zest pack what time it was. Fuck out of here. And then,
well, like I said, the whole time I was listening to it, I swore up and down he had to be drunk.
I don't know. That's just him. He's just in the car fucking flicking his dreads around like a little zest pack and shit and talking boxing. We talking boxing. Who's the C-level fighter? Who did he fight? Who the fuck did Floyd Schofield fight? Or didn't fight? Or fucking
nobody.
Who the fuck what? How dare you, dude? And you're over here talking shit about Bill Haney?
Like I said, bro, he ain't making it out of 2 rounds.
Because there's a giant void in the game right now because Bill Haney's out of here. So now you're gonna have to fill the dad. You wanna just keep the dad stock in boxing right about fucking at or below 0 by going on there and fucking acting zesty as a bitch too. I thought he was on there selling Fruit Loops. How zesty his bitch ass was. That was crazy to me. I don't even want to talk about it no more. Hey, Miss Do, how you doing, Miss Do? Hori, what's up, champ? I'm sure you already said Miss Arena, how you doing, sweetheart? Cash my G, you already know what's up. Thank you all for stopping through Boxing Menu. Fucking, that's what I'm talking about, champ. Yeah, we ain't giving out no more. Only if I know a person, like, know them, I'll give them a wrench. But other than that, if you ain't here 3, 4 times in a row, yeah, you ain't getting no wrench unless Wild Bill says so.
There we go.
Can't believe that. I got some shit. Like, yo, you know what else I was disappointed with though? And this is real shit because
There's a lot I'm disappointed with, but that's boxing.
Yeah, it's boxing, man. That Loma shit was so heartbreaking to me, bro.
You know what's really got my nerves up? Bruh, when are Canelo fans gonna hold that dude's head to the fire, bro? I am so goddamn tired of the bullshit fights.
But listen, man. Listen, I get. We all want Canelo to fight one guy, and I got something for that in a minute. But you know what else I was mad? I got this shit. 1, 2, 3. Coach Calvin, and I'm a Coach Calvin fan. Like, don't get this shit to it. The only reason I know who Tank is because of Coach Calvin. Like, I started following Tank like before most because I started following Coach Calvin through the Warrior story. And him on Fanon the other day, come on, big dog. Listen, you can't say this. You can't talk about styles and come on, dog. And we know you want Pitbull, homie. We fucking know. You know what I mean? If anybody knows, it's us. Just don't be saying this. I'm gonna play a couple clips. Fanon, shout out to you. Thanks, Go. We appreciate you more than I could ever tell you.
Fanon's my guy.
Yeah, I love Fanon. He's got common sense and shit. It's crazy because common sense ain't so common on YouTube.
Y'all feel about that?
Here you go.
I mean, hey, I like the setup. They putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? Again, 2 African American fighters. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up. That's not the one I wanted to start with.
I'm like this. I don't like the Shakur fight unless they deal with the negotiate. It's not because they scared. Nobody's scared of nobody in this game. Let's get that straight. The fighter's going to fight. We have to save the fighters from killing themselves. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you sit there and look at certain things, you need 2 fighters to engage. Shakur already sit there and say, I'm going to fight my fight. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? It's my job to crack that goddamn safe. You with me?
Yes, sir.
I'm not even worried about that. And Shakur know that. I'm not worrying about that because the fight gonna happen one day. You know what I'm saying? It just gotta happen on the Moolah series. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
Everybody's seeing what Ron got paid, and that's the narrative with everybody. But are they producing that type of money that's coming to the table?
Not with that same demographic, man.
But you understand what I'm saying, though? So you understand
yes,
business.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? So when you sit there and look at it, right, they're going to sit there and say, okay, it's going to cost us this much for the show. Where we going to put it at? And the fighter asking for this, and Tank ain't taking no pay cut. I've been saying that for years. He ain't taking no pay cut. And we go from there. But then if we give you an offer that makes sense to make the fight happen, they go, oh, no, that's not enough. Woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
That makes sense, man. That makes sense, man. So, hey, did you guys find out about Lomachenko the same time everybody else did?
Everything. We found out the same thing. You ain't see me talk about Lomachenko. I just kept my mouth zipped until the deal was done. But I kind of knew that. Because if you go back and check in history, Lomachenko always got paid more than everybody he fought. Go back and look.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. This Lomachenko bullshit got me upset, bro, because that's my dream fight for Tank. I want Lomachenko more than I want anybody. As far as Pitbull Cruz, bro, if he's gonna fight Pitbull again, it better be the last fight.
That's what I said. I don't want that Pitbull fight because once you go up to 140, you close the door on 135. And Loma wants to do whatever he wants to do. And what I think Lomachenko is doing is playing his car wreck. Like, there's a real chance at him getting undisputed, especially when they heard Tank mutter, yeah, it'd be good for the sport. I'll go undisputed or what, you know what I mean, after his last fight. So he's trying to let Tank and Shakur, you know what I mean? That's the only thing I can rationalize this with rational, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that shit broke my heart, bro. To hear that news, the last thing I would thought I would hear is Lomachenko don't want to fight, and no amount of money can motivate him. We don't fight for money,
Bruh.
So okay, if it's not money, who's a bigger fight for you, or mean more to your legacy than boxing circles around Tank Davis?
Look, as far as Loma goes, right? I have a feeling Loma knows going into this fight. There's a damn good chance he's losing this fight. The thing is he knows if he fights Shakur, that's not a winnable fight for him either. I think Shakur just outboxes him and makes him look bad. Way worse than Devin ever could. But Tank's gonna put him out. And I think Loma knows it. The thing is Loma willing to get knocked out for the money?
How much
Think
money
about
though? Like, Coach Calvin's like the 30 million. Like, who was he talking about? Like, Loma wanted 30 million, because I don't think that's what they would say. Like, I think Shakur's team and Tank's team know that that's a summer fight. Like, if you go ahead, like, the only way that this could actually happen is if Shakur is telling his team, "Nah, fuck that, we gotta fight," and if Tank's telling his team, "Nah, fuck that, we gotta fight." And I think Tank is saying that because just how much he's talked about these guys in the media, and he's done everything he said he was going to do up until now, as soon as he got control of his career. So I don't see a situation where Tank is in London right now, like, yeah, let's just offer this Pitbull a rematch before I go get the first guy ducks. The second guy that we wanted at 135 is right there, free as a bird. There's no way Tank is not pushing for that. The only way that shit doesn't get done is if the demands are too high on the B side, or if Tank's team truly pushes that shit off to the summertime, because and I know this is a business. First, second, third, and fourth, and then maybe fifth. We'll see about the sport thing. We'll see if there's enough money in being a sport. We can transition into this as a sport after the business is done. So I don't see Shakur's team wanting him to even go to negotiations right now with a Tank team. Why do you think the Twitter fingers stopped? Why do you think as soon as they heard about the duck, they were like, "Oh shit, Shakur, cut it out.
Yeah.
No more fucking, no more."
You notice how they got
crazy
silent
shit.
all of a sudden, right?
Yeah, bro, and they did, and that's, I don't know who
By the
else
way,
he's gonna fight at 100.
By the way, let me holler at Miss Stu. Andy Cruz.
What's up, Miss Stu? How you doing? G Peasy in the building. It's happening, champ. But I really don't see neither team. Like, I don't see where the benefits of Jay Prince and everybody that's on Team Shakur saying, "Yo, all right, we got to go with this in November." That means you only got from now to then to get ready for the biggest fight of your life. The shit, like, see, the more I think about it and the more I just try to start explaining, there's no fucking way we get Tank and Shakur in November unless Tank is absolutely adamant that I ain't fucking fighting nobody else. And Shakur's on the same fucking accord. I don't think so, though. There's no way Team Shakur wants to go into a Tank fight with his last showing. No sort of TV promotional deal network from nobody. I mean, that it does seem like it's the right time just because of that. But you want to be in a better negotiation. You want to be in a better position to negotiate for your said superstar. And just because he's not the A side of this negotiation, he's the A side of 90% of other negotiations. And that's a pay-to mandatory is ordered, and I hear a lot more talk about that. Increased storage size. What the fuck? Man,
Notice how
it has
notice
to
how
increase
Shakur
for
was talking about he's got to learn to cut the ring off. He ain't got to worry about that with Tank, bro. Tank's gonna be the
no.
one cutting the ring off.
Listen, that shit will look eerily similar to the Frank Martin fight. The only difference between Frank Martin and Shakur is Frank's got a little on that joint. Tank would come in the ring to fight Shakur completely different than he came against anybody. He'd be on 12 immediately, throwing mad punches. It would look sort of like the Leo Santa Cruz fight. He may feel you out for a round and see how much Shakur's gonna use lateral movement and all that goofy shit, but I don't think it lasts too long. So just talking about how the fight would go, just talking about what kind of position Team Shakur is in to negotiate for a Tank fight right now, you don't think they want to get into some sort of better situation where they're not on the downtrend with fans walking out? But maybe Jay Prince and his team think elsewise. Maybe they think that was just a setup, like Shakur playing victim and shit. And they were definitely trying to paint a picture there, and I'm not going to say that they weren't. But I just can't picture a team like Shakur. If he would have stopped Artem, yeah, they would have been full steam ahead for that shit. But they didn't. They look very lackluster. He's telling his grandpa in the middle of the fight, I should walk away. You know, all that shit. They want Shakur to get a fast turnaround and try to get out in the ring and really impress so he can try to get more of a percentage of a Tank Davis fight. And
Well, I was telling Jay this morning, I got a feeling they're gonna let Shakur fight one or two more fights before even considering the Tank fight. Like you said, his performance in this last fight was not that great. If you're gonna fight Tank, bro, you got to be 100, straight up 100, and you got to be able to do 100 for 12 rounds. You know, because
1 to
Shakur ain't
12.
knocking Tank out, so he's got to be 100 for 12 rounds. Tank's only got to be perfect for a second. You know,
only for one punch, really. I mean, everybody says Tank won't be able to catch Shakur, and which I get that. Tank or Shakur is a master of distance. Tank is the best in the world at cutting distance. So I get why they all want that fight, but most fights at that level are mismatches at the top, dog. And it's a one-sided washing, one way or the other. Now, with all the tape evidence and fights that we've seen and everything, all things considered, where on earth does it tell you in any of that tape I just forementioned that Shakur comes out of that fight the victor? Where? It doesn't. It don't exist. But I want to see it just as much as the next, so I'm going to continue to push for it. But my boxing brain says there ain't no way that they're going to leave tens of millions of dollars on the fucking table and force a fight in November when we can hold that off for 6-7 months and we'll be back in July in Vegas. And I don't see them announcing a Tank fight without something like that done with Shakur. They know where the fucking fans are at. They're probably fucking watching people's live stream all on Twitter. They're constantly analytical, fucking breaking shit down of how big fights would be. And I don't think they necessarily look at Twitter or take any one of these apps that serious, but they have to take it into account. They can't just turn a blind eye to what everybody's saying and use our boxing fans. You don't know what fights to make. We're going to make this fucking rematch or this fight. There's only one or two guys left at 135, and that's because Devin isn't there, or else there would be three. So one left, that's Devin. The other one ducked. There's only one fight left for Tank at 135 pounds, and if people think for 1 second that he's afraid or his team doesn't want to make the fight, they do. They just want to capitalize, monetize and capitalize, motherfucker. That's what they want to do, and that's what they will do. They ain't gonna force nothing in November just so we can be happy boxing fans. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make no goddamn sense. So everybody's so quick to call Tank a duck. Everybody's so quick to call anybody a fucking duck in boxing. In reality, ducks don't happen until contracts are sent and then somebody pulls out of negotiations. Or me and you are in negotiations and we're damn near done with everything but the spot that we're fighting at. And then this fucking guy says, I don't want to fight till I'm not motivated. That's a duck. That's a documented, historic duck of all fucking times. Like Truth. You see Truth, what he said, talking about ducking fucking a duck pending duck? What? Where? That's a whole duck. That's a whole family of fucking geese walking across the street hissing and shit. Why they duck? Fuck you talking about? Duck pending. There's a duck right now, tomorrow, yesterday, and any fucking time in the future. That's a whole duck, dog. Ain't no duck pending. That shit broke my heart as a boxing fan. You know what fight I wanted most be out of all this shit when we first started talking shit during COVID? Tank and Loma.
Yeah.
They got the nerve to call Tank a duck over that shit. In reality, the only time that fight could have been made, the only time that fight could have been made is when Lomachenko was the motherfucking A side, and only then. And I played the fucking clips last week of why that fight didn't get made. Bob talking about different networks, Loma talking about different networks. Tank was the only one in the press seeming like he would fucking take that fight for real. But he's got a team to answer to too. So boxing.
I'm beginning to wonder if Loma thinks Bob is throwing him under the bus. Think about
37 years old. You got to cash in sometime, bro. Time is ticking. Time is of the essence. You're 37 years old. You're ready to exit the game right now. You're hot as a fucking tea kettle. You can make the most money you ever made, and now you don't want to fight, bro.
Dude, Loma's two biggest fights lately were T.O. and Devin. And he was not that great in either one. I mean, he really wasn't. Loma didn't look at his best anymore.
But he didn't lose.
And Bob knows that.
He ain't never lost a fight by something like, oh my God, like Tank would beat him. But listen, on the other hand, I think I didn't hear Tank call Loma a duck. I didn't hear Loma say, yo, I'm good till next year. We seen a tweet that was hearsay from another fucking podcast that caught like wildfire. Who's to say we're not jumping the gun? Who's to say, hey, let's drum up some business about this fight? Let's call one of them a duck and fucking, because believe you me, this shit is a play that's been ran.
But according to what they say,
get people talking about it because they didn't think enough buzz is around Tank and Loma. So let's make Loma duck for fucking a month or two, and then come out the back door and say, hey, yeah, we're just, or don't say anything about it at all. Just say all of a sudden Loma wants to fight. We left it with a lame, shitty ass excuse anyway, so we can double back any fucking time.
What was the statement that he would be ready by the end of the year? It's still the same time the fight was supposed to happen anyway.
It definitely is, bro. It's the time frame. So, I can only be hopeful that fucking fight gets made. And
you ain't the only one.
But now with all the buzz around Shakur, I don't know, man. It's the social media era. So everything I just said could be fucking false. They ain't thinking nothing of that. And that fight's getting made behind the scenes. Who fucking really knows? Because one thing I've noticed is people want to be quick to call Tank a duck, or Tank ain't doing this, or he ain't sending contracts. But one thing that I know for certain, Tank ain't never told you none of his fucking business live on the internet. He ain't never say, hey man, sign the contract, or I sent him a contract, or my team's working on fighting this guy. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, where does that happen?
We got people out here that look for any reason to try and make Tank look bad. Think about it. I mean, you got guys making videos, oh, Tank's this, Tank's that, Tank's the other. Anything to try and make the man look bad. And Tank rarely ever says anything. That's the funny part about the whole thing.
It's because the way he looks in the ring, they gotta fucking say, oh, his opponents were drained. Them guys are C-level fighters. Who is Tank really? He's 180 pounds. They gotta say all this weird ass goofy shit because they can't believe their eyes. They're like this watching this kid fight.
Yeah.
Again, he's fucking again. He does that. Again, he tells us he's going to knock this fucking dude out in the 8th round, and that's what happens. He told us he was going to stop Ryan in 8, and then he stops him in the 7th. Oh, Ryan was drained. Fuck this. This little guy from Baltimore can't be doing this shit for real. He's fighting C-level fighters. He's 180. Like, come on, bro. You gotta make up some kind of narrative and make him seem like he doesn't want to fight your bitch ass fighter, when in all reality your fighter is zero to be afraid of. There is nobody on this fucking planet, especially a boxer, that would be afraid of a bitch ass jab or somebody that's moving around the fucking ring all night. The fear don't live there. It don't. It won't. Not especially if you're a professional fighter at the top fucking level. What do you get? What? For what? A bad outing? Is that what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid that I'm going to chase you around this fucking ring all night and look bad doing it? Nah, dog. Ain't nobody afraid of that shit. They're afraid of they're afraid of getting their eyes X'd out, turning into a fucking meme, turning into Rolly, turning into Hector, turning into fucking Ryan, turning into fucking Frank Martin, who couldn't get up, still thought he was in the fight. And even though fucking the referee told him that was 10, and no. Yeah, we know. We know that little guy. You can't take it. It's planted. That hatred's planted deep in their heart because they really truly can't believe what they're looking at. Old school. They can't.
They really can't.
Hey, again. This fucking little guy. This is some bullshit. He's got the best team in the world. They're draining. Yeah. Come on,
I keep waiting for him to say he's loading his gloves and shit. That's the next thing coming out. Watch.
But them gloves look so crispy and so padded. I can't say the same for Terrence Crawford, though. I can't say the same for Terrence Crawford. His left glove in the Spence joint looked like it was on a concave. Looked like it was an indented pillow. And then the dude's got the towel over his glove in the corner and shit. Like, come on, man. I'm shocked they haven't used that yet. Oh, them gloves got to be loaded. Check his fucking hand wraps. Because that's, they're running out of excuses. They're going to start saying something other than what they've already said. But now that we talked about that for a little fucking bit, quick little 52. What were you talking about? Your boy wanted to make a fight with Edgar Berlanga?
Why is this dude fighting Berlanga? Berlanga's probably the easiest mark out there, dude. I mean, come on. Could you imagine David Benavidez versus Berlanga? It would be a slaughter. They'd lock David Benavidez up for that fight.
I don't know. Edgar Berlanga got a punch though, and that's what they're gonna try to put this one under.
He has no freaking boxing skills. He is terrible.
He has no amateur boxing skills, but like fighting, he can fight a little bit on the inside. He's got a fucking heavy punch, old school, and that's
he does have a heavy punch, but he doesn't have the skill to back the punch up.
He's going against Canelo, so what the fuck is that punch going to do to anybody, especially granite chin Canelo? He's going to eat that shit and then say, that's it, boy.
He's going to eat it, and then he's going to proceed to knocking him out.
Viva la Mexico, motherfucker, Puerto Rican versus...
You want payday? I know.
Yeah, here, Edgar Berlanga was talking kind of spicy, though. Here's your boy. He said, fuck y'all talking about, bro. Oh, no, not that one.
Preciosa te llevo dentro, muy dentro de mi corazón.
I keep saying it. I am not buying another Canelo fight until he fights David Benavidez.
Yeah.
I refuse to waste my money with him with these fucking garbage guys.
The only thing I can say in the positive about Canelo about this, Morrell moved up to 75. So did David. And you know the ammo that the Canelo fucking goofies and the goofy that's the leader of all of them, that's a fucking snitch on papers. They're all saying, Canelo took out Munguia. Canelo's fighting Berlanga. Who else do you want him to fight? Morrell moved up. David Benavidez didn't enforce his mandatory.
And he moved up because they couldn't get him to fight. They wanted belts. We won't cut
He
the
didn't
belt.
enforce his mandatory, is what they're trying to say.
I don't care
Are
what
you
they
fucking
say.
kidding me?
The
fucking
sanctioning body should have
WBC,
took the
all that.
damn belts off Canelo like they do everybody else.
They ordered the mandatory, but the problem is when you're the only money guy that the WBC has, like truly, who the fuck else is selling tickets and who else is Canelo? Like, you can't do anything. Canelo is the fucking Mauricio Suleiman of the WBC. What Canelo says goes. And you see the play they just ran with William Skull? Yeah, we're going to duck you now, buddy. Take that IBF strap. I'm going to go knock out Berlanga, and then I'm going to double back for 2 times undisputed at 168 and fuck William Skull up, too. That's a play.
Unbelievable.
They dropped that belt. It was like, all right, we ain't fighting your bitch ass now. Plus, he's a Cuban. He moves. The dude can fight. I don't know if Canelo can beat him after. What if this Berlanga fight is a war? Because it very well could be. I hope Berlanga don't go in there and he can't possibly pull a Charlo.
As much as I dislike Berlanga, I hope he knocks Canelo smooth out.
That'd be kind of dope. But I don't think so.
Bro, if he does, I'll be trying to do a goddamn handstand.
No way I would bet on that. Not a single chance, bro. But it could happen, bro. I've seen crazier shit. I mean, he's got Fat Joe in his corner. And if we're judging about fucking being casuals, he could win. And that's what they're going to get behind. And they're going to start fucking saying, oh, Canelo's a little older. Berlanga could still give him a go. This is a worthy fight of buying. It's Puerto Rico versus Mexico. What do you mean? It's a great fight. Berlanga's young. When's the last time Berlanga fought? Fucking 2 years ago? I don't even remember. I know he beat up one of Eddie's cans on DAZN.
No, I don't think it was 2 years
Help
ago.
me out, chat. When's the last time Berlanga fight? I be forgetting I got these people down here.
Well, it was about a little over a year ago.
Chopping it up and shit, talking shit. I be forgetting they're in here.
They go into war on Boxing Hacker right now. What's up, Boxing Hacker?
What's up, BH? Fucking Bill Haney's paid fucking suicide bomber. I'm gonna go in here and talk about fucking Devin and Shakur. Now, listen, this is how I know that these guys ain't never really liked Devin or Shakur or any of them. It's just all hatred deep in their hearts for that little guy from Baltimore because they can't believe their eyes. Everything that they believe in, that it should be telling them Tank should have lost. He's got shitty, abysmal boxing skills. He's not that good of a boxer, when in reality, he's setting traps. And if they only knew what fucking professional boxing was instead of amateur boxing, they would never say Shakur's a better boxer or Devin's a better boxer. Maybe in the amateurs, motherfucker, but not here. Not where this shit counts, where we're giving out $10, $15 million paydays. They ain't better boxers. Do you know what a ring general is?
Shakur is better skilled than Devin, but neither one of them on Tank's level. Straight up.
Shakur is more skilled, but listen, who would you pick if Shakur and Devin fought tomorrow?
I'd take Shakur.
The Ryan fight. Before the Ryan fight.
I would take Shakur.
Why?
I've been saying, I thought, look, when Shakur first moved up to 135, I was in the chats telling everybody, he beats Devin right now.
Yeah, well, listen, I always thought Shakur would beat Devin. And I know that Bill Haney is a genius marketer, bro. Like fucking top tier. Like he's very good at his job. He studied this fucking YouTube shit and studied Floyd and studied all these greats and brought his son to the very top level. It just becomes a point where the talent and the actual skills and the actual dogness and the actual things it takes to be a fighter, there's only so far Devin could take Bill. if Bill had Shakur Stevenson or Tank Davis to promote, listen, bro, Bill is very good at his job. I mean, he's got all these good boxing fans out here believing that Devin is actually on their level, and it's crazy to me. It's super duper crazy. Like, you know what the whole gratifying thing of all this is I've been calling Devin, and I'd never seen the special in Shakur, and Devin is an average fighter. I seen the special in Shakur against Artem, which is odd because everybody says that was his most boring fight, when in reality it wasn't. It was the only fight I've ever watched of Shakur's other than Jamel Herring. I said, I'm gonna go back and see, and maybe it might be because of how much their opponents, and I got to see what he's working with. But no, it wasn't. It was Shakur was doing his damn thing in the first 5 rounds of that fight. You know what I'm saying? He was.
Right.
I've seen the special. He's a master of distance, and I get that's the special that everybody says. They put it to something else in the boxing, and it's his feet. He is a master of distance. He's got the quickest feet I've ever seen, and the ability to hop away and land right back in fighting stance without having, it's beautiful footwork is what it is. He's got a half a leap back that is second to none. But he's got a heart that is, it's not going to allow him to possibly ever compete with somebody like Tank Davis because he's going to be too busy blocking and catching punches to ever. I mean, he's doing that against Artem. So
right.
where does it tell you that he's going to be able to stop doing that to go at Tank? And Tank does it to everybody. Whether what you'll say on a live stream or what you'll say on Twitter or what you'll say to somebody else is not what you will do in that ring when it comes time to start catching and throwing punches. Nobody ever goes in there and is who they say they are. Barrios. That was the only guy that I thought, and that's the one fight I thought Tank's buttons that Coach Calvin talks about were pushed in that fight because he had so much to worry about in that fight, but yet and still he was willing to catch and move and jump in the fire with that guy. Even Barrios is punching harder than people think. He just doesn't, I don't think he has that final gear to really start letting shit go, because if he did, he'd be way higher in people's books and he'd have a better chance against Boots in most people's books. But I think Barrios is Tank's toughest opponent. I think he's made Tank show levels that other people just don't got. But Shakur,
well, bro, Barrios, I think with maybe another year or two, if he stays boxing some of the top guys like he's been doing, Barrios is gonna be badass, bro. As long as he don't get knocked out badly and lose his chin, the kid's got talent. He really does. He's got nice power. He ain't got a ton of power, but he's got nice power. Can he beat Boots? No. But I think when Boots moves up, Barrios could possibly make a run through the division at 147. Maybe I'm wrong. That's the way I see it.
No, listen, I see it too, bro. I think this is a great fighter at 147, and I think he's Tank's toughest test to date. You know what I'm saying? So Barrios is a great fighter, if you ask me. But they say he was drained against Tank, and any excuse they can use except Tank.
Well, bro, see the troubles Devin had. See the troubles Devin had with Ryan. Imagine Devin moving up and fighting Barrios.
Shit.
Yeah, think about that.
Yeah. Well, they were aiming after that fight too.
Yeah, I know.
Barrios at 47 right after the Ryan shit. Talking about Barrios at 47. I don't know. You don't want that smoke right now. There ain't no chance
you sure don't.
that one.
You better stay the hell away from Barrios. He's got things to fix on the defensive side before he ever fights anybody like a Barrios or a freaking Garcia again. If he don't get in the freaking, that's why I said I don't know why he's taking off. Devin should be fighting. Devin's got things he needs to work out. I said, what's his name? Oh God, I can never think of that dude's name. What's the little dude he was supposed to fight? Who's this mandatory?
Who?
Devin.
Tank was supposed to fight. Devin was supposed to fight. That was his mandatory recently. Sandor Martin.
Right. That was the perfect comeback fight for him, dude. Sandor Martin's got a beautiful check left hook, bro. He's the one that could have tested Devin's defense without actually knocking him out. I thought he was the perfect comeback fight for Devin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought so too.
That check left hook that he throws, that sucker would have been landing on Devin if Devin didn't fix his defense. But at least it ain't an overpowering check left hook like Ryan's left hook is. And at least he could have survived that. Sandor Martin would have been the perfect fight for Devin's comeback. I don't know why he didn't take that fight, man. If he comes back straight against freaking Garcia, dude, he's going to get knocked the hell out again.
This thing won't let me add Thrill Hill as a moderator. It's crazy. And it wouldn't let me add somebody else as a moderator, but I just I missed their name. I don't understand what the fuck is going on, but I'll get you boys when I can. I don't understand. But Thrill Hill, thank you for stopping in, OG. We appreciate you, dog. You know what's up.
Thrill Hill, what's up?
There was somebody else. Let me see here, my bad. Don Drickum. I tried to add you as a moderator. It looked like it would let me. AMC FSG. I ain't no FSG, but I'm definitely AMC, dog. Can't be stealing shit, though. I got to pay for these fights. But this Canelo fight coming up? Amazon Fire Stick. And I don't do that shit never, bro. But
I'm listening to KQ call that fight. I ain't worried about watching it, dude.
And yo,
when
that's
Canelo fights David Benavidez, I'll tune in.
That's just as good as watching it, though, bro. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I listen to the OG even when I got the pay-per-view. I turn the pay. I don't never listen to the commentators. I listen to them on my phone low. If yeah, I'm saying I'm trying to hear what they're
funny, bro.
You can't watch
when I'm watching something that KQ is calling at my house. I'm always ahead of him, so I got to use my DVR to slow it down a little bit, so I'm right in tune with his call.
Yeah. Sometimes he's like 5 seconds ahead or 5 seconds behind.
Yeah,
my boy brought over the Fire Stick for the Jake Paul fight and showed me how to use that shit, and I understand why people are stealing fights and not supporting fights. I definitely understand that because he plugged that shit into the back of my TV, bro. That shit was fired up. Like it was always mine. Never was nothing else. It was up and running. We had UFC, fucking all this shit. I'm like, God damn, boy. He's like, yeah, I paid $25 for this shit like months ago. You got to pay like once every so often when they send them the bill through the cell phone and shit. I said, man, that shit's tempting as hell, but just bring that shit over next time. Canelo fights or any big fight. He's probably watching right now. What up, Jimmy? How you doing, champ? Fucking A. Crazy. That the Fire Stick, bro, change a boxing fan's life. Fuck a DAZN, fuck a Scription, fuck all that. Whoop. It's on the TV. Any fight you fucking want. For free. No buffering, no none of that. When they plug straight into the Amazon Prime joint, it's fucking scary, bro. It's like, how are they even offering pay-per-views anymore? If these dudes can just grab a joint, $30 up and running, you know what I'm saying? Who the fuck? Why would you buy any of that shit? Because you love it. That's why I still purchase my shit, and I'll always purchase Tank's fights. I'm in it now.
What do you think about the Bud fight?
I like the Bud fight. I think that's my boy Don Drickum, AMC FSG. That's Apex Upper. That's why they started this shit, because of that fucking fight. Talking about, what? Now you want to fucking charge me $80 to watch Bud Crawford? He can't even sell the fucking stadium out. He did $6K on his last fucking pay-per-view outing. That was fucking horrendous. All these people in Omaha talking about they support this fucking guy. Where? I get it. People are broke and they can't afford that shit. But where's all this support? I know there's at least 100,000 pay-per-view buys coming out of Baltimore every single fight. There's not even a question. There's parties and watch parties and all that shit. So I don't know how much they support him. I like the fight. I think Madrimov got a chance. What do you think?
I think so too.
I think he's got a real chance. Like,
that dude's big, bro. That dude looks powerful.
Big muscle.
He's bigger than Bud for sure.
See them thigh muscles, bro, look like his fucking kneecap was getting engulfed by his shins and his thighs. I was like, oh man. But you know, he does that gazelle punch. He's all out here. You think you're gonna do a jab step and then try to punch Bud Crawford, you're gonna get fucking slept out. Because people could say what they want about Bud Crawford. 11 in a row. R.I.P. Bit the dust. He's punching for real, dude. I don't think he can go and fuck with no Canelo, never ever in life. But Madrimov, he might catch him in between one of them shots. But Madrimov got a chance, bro. Because Crawford, 37 years old. I don't know why boxing fans think he's the exception to the rule, or this shit is gonna be something where Father Time is just like, I'll sit this one out, bro. You got a chance to be better than Floyd? I got you, buddy. I'm going to sit out this one. Fuck out of here. Father Time going to be on them joints from the fucking time he's taking the hair out of his glove to the time he's hitting pads to the time he gets in the ring. Father Time is fucking watching, bro. You got a real chance to run into old man Father Time. And that's a fucking stacked card. I can't believe they can't sell out, dog. That shit pisses me off that they can't sell tickets down there. I think it's kind of like a boycott too. Like Pitbull can't sell tickets in LA. Maybe all boxing fans are jumping the gun, and you know, Mexicans buy tickets late. I buy tickets late. I'm not even close to Mexican. I don't even know why I said that, but they buy it the week of.
Well, bro, fucking Bud's problem has always been Bob. I mean, Bob didn't want to pay nobody. Bob never wanted to pay anybody for Bud to fight, which is why Bud had the competition that he had, which wasn't the best. Let's face it. You know, Bud walked through guys at 147, but up until Sean Porter, who did he fight really? You know.
Yeah, he didn't. He fought Kell Brook. He fought.
Yeah, but Kell Brook was on his way out, bro.
Mean Machine. He fought
another one on his way out.
I'm just trying to fuck it. Bud ain't fight nobody, bro. He's got a great record in them accomplishments, aka opportunities of whoever your promoter is. He's got a couple of them trinkets.
The one issue I had with him and Errol was we never really got to see just how good Bud is because Errol looked so damn bad in that fight. You know?
Yeah, and that's another thing people don't want to admit they do, like we do, because we don't fuck with Bud. Like I used to be a huge fan of Bud Crawford until the out of the ring things made me look at the in the ring things.
Right.
Finer, closer, and I'm just not a fan of his character. He's not a whatever.
That's always been my problem with him.
Yeah, and whatever he portrays in the public. That's why. Listen, they say knockouts sell, right? But he's knocked 11 people out in a fucking row.
Right.
He's a savage killer. He's gonna knock somebody out. But that attitude and the no interviews and I'm the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like Floyd was like that, but he'll give you an interview and he'll take time to talk to the people and get people to fucking like him, love him, or hate him. Bud Crawford don't take the time out to do none of that. He just thinks that, oh, I got to get in the ring and fight. And that's a big mistake a lot of these fighters are making nowadays. They think all you got to do is show up and fight and let the promotion company do the fucking work. I got news for
Now
you.
with
If you
social
ain't
media,
promoting yourself, yeah, if you're not promoting yourself, ain't nobody promoting you, dog. And that's just the way it's gonna go. They got their banners and whoever TV network that got each individual promotion team, they're not gonna promote you. That little turkey promo that they just shot, people are ranting and raving about that. I look at that like, what? I want to see some all access. I want to see you in the gym. I don't want to see no corny film of you and me hugging. Like, what? I get it. It's a new thing, and boxing promoters ain't done no shit like that, and it's 2024. I get all that, but if you're promoting a fight, I want to see training and talking shit. I don't want to see some quick edited fucking looks like one of my shorts. I'm straight on that. Don't get me
look,
hyped
bro,
for a boxing match. I'm
back in the
sorry.
day before social media, fighters all they had to do was do a couple of interviews here and there and show up. That was it.
Slap
They didn't have to
somebody.
talk
Fuck it.
hardly at all. You know,
No,
you never really got
but
to hear. The only one that actually talked to the press all the time was Ali. Ali
yeah, he
couldn't keep
laid
his
the
mouth shut. That was my
that's the
guy there,
blueprint.
bro.
That's the blueprint, though. You gotta be. It's fighting is never enough. Your skills in the ring ain't. Listen, bro. Boxing fans think boxing fans just became broke, and boxing isn't a great play. Like they think all these fucking bullshit myths about boxing that just isn't true. Boxing has been broke. Nobody's been buying tickets for the past couple decades. You know why? Because fighting is not enough. They need more than the fight. They need to see your personality outside of the ring. They need to see you with your family. They want to see more of you than just the fucking fight. Fighting is not enough nowadays. It never
Right.
has been enough. You need a
It's a
big
whole
mouth.
different ball game with social media now. Now these guys got to talk. Now these guys
They
got
should.
to show they got personality.
Or if you can't do that, if you can't come out of your shell and be come and give some people some interviews or talk a little bit of shit, hire somebody to do it. Hire somebody
Right.
that knows this shit. Marketing. Like Devin Haney ain't never say shit about nothing. Because every time he goes to talk with his fumbling mouth, his fucking dad's in there to say, hey, wait, we'll take this.
Right.
Because he don't know what to say. All he spent his whole life is punching. You don't form a fucking outstanding personality doing that. You form skills and traits and fucking hands. You don't form a personality that's great for YouTube doing that. It's a very lonely thing to do. That's why very seldom boxers have the personality that can propel them to fucking superstardom, because we've seen thousands and thousands and thousands of fighters throw punches. And everybody wants to call everybody special. And boxers don't fight nobody. This is all a business, and you're a strategically moved fighter. So if you're not acting spectacular in the ring, you better be acting spectacular outside the ring, or else nobody gonna give a fuck. They want drama. People want the bullshit. They want you out fucking doing something crazy. They don't care. Your fight's only 36 minutes. Once a year, if you're lucky, because boxing moves at a snail's pace. There's no dates for nobody because we ain't got no money. People are fire sticking, fucking all that shit. Like, you gotta up the ante, bro. You want somebody to come buy your fucking ticket, you gotta sell me a show. And it's gotta be more than in the ring. That's just what it
Yep.
is. That's boxing right now.
Yep.
It's more than just a boxing match. It's more than that. You got to bring more than that, or else you ain't gonna be sold. You ain't gonna be shown. Nobody gonna give a fuck unless you're like Tank, and the shit in the ring propels you fucking crazy far, and your personality, you just got that it factor. You don't have to say shit to nobody. People see your tattoos and how's this little guy doing this shit, and then he don't never say shit neither. Let's follow him some more. He's got it, whatever the proverbial it is. and knockouts.
Tank has
He's
it.
got that shit. He's got that shit in a bottle in his fucking room, and he drinks it all to himself. Because I don't know why Tank is the man like that, other than the in the ring shit and his. It's the it. What else? What else is it? Because Bud
I'll tell you,
Crawford's fucking
first time I watched
personality.
it, my first time watching Tank, I was like, and I saw him, man, I was like, how does this little dude punch this hard?
Me too.
Then I kept watching a couple more fights, but the Pitbull fight for me was the one that told me just how good he is. The way he handled Pitbull with one hand, bro. I don't know anybody else that could do that to Pitbull with one hand. Think about it.
I didn't really know that much about Pitbull. I knew who he was because I seen him fight on a couple of pay-per-view cards. And this is how I know boxing fans don't support shit, because everybody says we didn't know who Pitbull was. That's because you didn't watch.
Well, I knew who he was.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying? 90% of people catch the fucking highlights and then they come on YouTube and got the fastest thumbs in the world and got the most shit to say about some shit they didn't buy or see or do anything but catch the fucking highlights afterwards. You know what I'm saying? The boxing fans are the problem. Boxing fans are... You got to get with the fucking program and start watching these fights, and then you would know somebody like who Pitbull Cruz is. And
Bro,
why that was such a heroic fucking performance. One-handed.
When I first heard he was stepping in for Rolly, bro, I was like, uh-oh. And then I was telling a friend of mine that I live around, I said, remember that little dude Pitbull who we'll watch? He said, yeah. I said, he's about to fight Tank. He said, that's a good fight. You know?
He was
a lot of people wasn't giving that kid any credit going into that fight if you go back and watch, you know?
He definitely gave Tank a run for his money, and they don't want to say Tank had a broken hand for that whole fight, but if you were really in the know, you would know that Tank's hand was hurt well before the shit. Had to take it light all camp, almost called off that fight, and still went in there and threw that bitch until he couldn't throw it no more. He didn't go out there and you know, say my shoulder, my wrist, I got gout. I texted my girl. I told her I didn't feel good. I told my girl I got the text. See, type shit. Nah, he was throwing that bitch at the soft spots like Coach Calvin and Barry and Kenny were telling him. Sit up in the corner. Yeah, I know what it is, dog. Throw that bitch at the soft spots. Keep it moving. Still got out of that. And I said, I know why Calvin wants that fight.
Yeah, he wants to finish Pitbull off because he knows what would happen if Tank would have had two good hands.
And I do too. So does everybody else that is a paying customer. We all know what would happen if he had two hands. And it's a huge fight, and it's an easy fight to make. But the only thing that I have a problem with, Pitbull's a 140-pound WBA champion.
Right.
So Tank's going to leave Shakur because Shakur and Tank is a summer fight. Tank's going to leave that and go up and fight Pitbull? Or is he going to bring Pitbull down? And
he'll bring Pitbull down, and Pitbull can make the weight easy, bro. I think Pitbull looks fat at 140.
He can. I don't want to hear nothing about that. I don't want to hear that fight is even a fucking talk about Pitbull at 135. It's a pointless fight. He won't get credit for it. They'll all be fucking having more fuel for their bullshit fucking narratives if he does something like that. So if any of you fucking Tank people, Calvin, please don't pull no fucking Pitbull down from 140. If anything, go up there and knock him the fuck out and then pull everybody up to 140 because Shakur's on his way to 140 anyways. And that they could be saying, you know, Shakur, you got to perform. We're going to offer you something. Don't be out here in the fucking media talking like somebody's ducking you, number one. We're going to give you something at 140. We know you're going to move up there eventually anyways because his grandpa said that shit too. Shakur moves up every 2 years, but people forget what people say, or they just don't catch it, or they just want to hear what they want to hear. I hear it all. That's all I do is watch boxing or boxing talk. There ain't a fucking thing that any of these top guys say or trainers say that gets by me. There's just not. Just like Shakur's grandpa in Mill City, he didn't sound like he was too enthusiastic for no fucking Tank fight. He wanted to talk about free TV numbers and how Tank really ain't that popular. His pay-per-views don't do good. Shakur did 1 million free views. What the fuck are you talking about, dog? 1 million free views on fucking ESPN, and you got the nerve to fix your mouth to say some shit like that. We know you're an amateur coach. Stay fucking building them amateurs, and Shakur will keep giving you credit for training him. No more interviews, dog.
But could you imagine how many free things if Tank fought free?
Tank would listen. His Frank fight in 11 days got 2.8 million views on YouTube. 2.8, and that's months after the fact of everybody and their mother seeing that fight, whether it was a Fire Stick or a purchase like mine. Everybody seen that fight. The next day it was on YouTube. If you could take the shitty sound, you could watch the whole fight. And it's still and it's not slowing down or anything like that. Like that shit will probably be at 10 million views in a couple months' time. And go watch the replay to Artem and Shakur if it's even still on YouTube or even uploaded to YouTube for anybody to watch. I don't know if it is through the actual Top Rank site. I'm gonna check that shit out though tomorrow if I get the chance, and I remember that because my memory's shot. I've been breathing in too many fumes and weed.
Yeah, let's not talk about fucking memories.
Mine's a little off, dog.
Dude, when he hit 59 years old, about to be 60 in a fucking couple months.
You got a point. You got a valid, great point. Oh my God, the boxing hacker is crazy, dog.
Oh Lord, what's he saying now?
I don't know. He's definitely talking to the wrong one though. Reno fuck around and send him a see ya. Because I think she could. Matter of fact, I know she gets on them. Vex, angry, all things, AMC. Yo, I knew I asked the chat a question earlier, and I think it was something about. See? Don't remember.
I don't either. Andrew Charles, what's up?
Andrew Charles, where he at? Damn, dude. This thing still won't let me make nobody a moderator. Oh, yeah. See? Drop a link, D1. Here, I'll talk to you. Talk to him for a couple minutes, and then we'll end the show. I'll drop a link for him. Let me see. So I got it.
Dude, the only way I know how to do anything is thank God for my son, because I can't do shit on a goddamn computer.
This fucking computer shit, bro. It is, listen, bro. The computer, to me, I can't stand it. I hate every piece of technology that was ever invented. Like, for real, for real. I can't.
Oh, you ain't the one.
Yeah, and I was raised old school. I know where the fuck you're from. You know what I'm saying? You're old school to the core. This shit, I'm surprised you
I come from a time when we had rotary phones. There were no cell phones.
Dude, I'm surprised that you could even navigate through the YouTube shit like as good as fucking you and anybody else your age does, man. You get through it.
My son, that's why.
Yo. Straight up showed me this shit. It's like, and I ain't get off since. I've been talking shit with you and everybody else in this joint for quite a while, man.
Dude, my son made 23 yesterday, so I get every little bit of information.
Happy birthday, young old school. Arden. Happy fucking birthday, young man. 23. Man, that was a good age. 23,
yeah,
my
man.
boy. The link's in the chat, Boxing Hacker. I know Arena had to tell you.
Dude,
chill out.
sometimes I wonder. It's like, is my kid really for me? By the time I was his age, I had gotten in so much goddamn trouble. And this kid, I ain't gonna lie, my kid
Bro,
keeps a job. He doesn't get in trouble. And he does what he's supposed to do. I've never, ever, even in school, had a problem with this boy. He's amazing
bro,
to me.
my kid. Listen, when I was 15 years old, turning 16, I beat up 2 dudes at school over a $20 dice game, and the security guard got hurt. I got thrown out of school. I went home. My dad's like, "Yo, bro, here's the deal. It's a job, and you're paying rent here, or you're paying it somewhere else." He's like, "You're a man now.
Right.
You want to beat people up? You think you're fucking Mr. Invincible? Now you're gonna have to see what that's all about. You got bills, and they're due the first of the month. Pay them here or pay them somewhere else." I said, "Yeah, I'm going to see what the fuck something else is about." Got my own apartment and lived on my own ever since. My son is 16 years old, about to turn 17 and go off to college. I feel like I fail. Like, this dude, I need to teach him some camping skills, like how to start a fire and shit. Like, he could never do what I did at his age right now. Yo, you gotta go.
Right.
You gotta pay me rent or go find out what it is. Yeah.
Dude,
No,
see
we
my
ain't.
son, when he got old enough to push a
Not a
lawnmower,
chance,
bro.
dog.
When my son got old enough to push a lawnmower, he went out and started working for shit. You know, whatever he wanted, he worked for. It's like, it
Hey,
blows my mind. My kid is so good. It's like, did this dude actually come from me?
well, apples don't fall too far from the tree. They never have,
Oh,
and
he's
they
got a
never
temper
will.
though.
Well, yeah, that's how you
Well, bro,
know he's
one day,
yours.
the little dude next door,
Temper.
when him and my son were young, they used to argue back and forth. One day, he comes off the bus. I'm standing outside waiting on him to come up the street. He walks up to me, drops his book bag, walks over and decks the dude next door. And they start throwing down. I said, "What the hell was that about?" He said, "He's been picking on me. I ain't putting up with that shit." Right then and there, I was
Hey,
like, damn, he might be from me.
gotta be, right? What's
Yeah,
up,
man. He
Boxing
was quick.
Hacker?
That temper was quick, bro.
Why won't this thing let me add anybody as a moderator? It's
What's up, Boxing
telling
Hacker?
me.
What's up,
What's up,
guys? What's
Hacker?
up? What's up? How's everybody?
How you doing, champ?
Good, brother. How
Yo,
about yourself? What's up?
so are you gonna just admit that you're really just a tank hater?
Dude, I'm not a tank hater. Why do people think that?
No, like, listen.
No. If I choose a
All right,
fighter over another
so
fighter, doesn't mean I hate
listen.
the other fighter.
I got a little thing to test your tank
Go ahead.
haterism.
Feel free.
Devin versus Tank, who you got?
Now, after he got knocked.
No.
Oh, prior.
Prior.
You know I'm a Devin fan, so I sort of lean
Okay,
towards Devin.
you got Devin. Tank and
Yeah.
Shakur, who you got right now?
Stylistically, I choose Shakur. I feel it's 50-50, but I lean towards Shakur. But it doesn't mean I hate Tank.
How?
Tank,
I get it. How?
It doesn't mean
how
so
do
here's
you
the
come
thing,
to
right?
that
I'll tell you why.
educated boxing opinion?
Sure, I'll tell you. So where's Tank power come from? Do you know? It comes from his
Where
back
does Tank's
foot.
power come from?
Yeah.
Look it. See, this is now Miss Joette's out of here. So you got to make this good really quick.
Hey, I got you. Relax, people. Relax. This is boxing talk. Everybody gets so emotional when you're talking about Tank. You know,
I think it's
they're about to
something
start
about
crying or something. But check this out.
It's the hate.
Check this out, right? Check this out.
Yep.
So Tank's
And
power
she really
comes
left too. That's crazy, Miss Joette's crazy.
Sheesh, I know, man. No vex. No vex.
Go ahead.
But anyway, so the reason, let me speak broken English. You know, no vex now. Don't worry. I'm just here to talk. So here's the thing, right? So Tank's power comes from his back foot, right? He has his back foot, and then the way he
it does. Comes from God. Comes from God. Comes from God. You're a puncher or you're not.
It literally comes from from his back foot.
Listen to
the
me.
way he twists
Listen to me.
And the leverage he gets from off his punches.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
That's called technique of a punch.
Yeah.
But God gives you power. They don't build punchers in the fucking gym. They don't say, look at this 8-year-old kid. We're going to turn him into a puncher and he's going to be no, God picks that.
No, but
God gives out the power card.
So you don't feel like you can build power? You feel like you can't build power?
You can get technique and you can get a little bit. You can grow into your man strength. Listen, it's a God-given ability. It's
if it's a God-given ability,
structure. It's bone structure. And this here, when your hands are heavy, it don't matter. You can have shitty technique. You can have all that. Look at
punches
Ishmael
are
Barroso.
born. They're not made. They've never been born. They've never been made.
There's only one person that
when people say that,
they can
why do
add
y'all
power
think
to
this?
a punch.
Okay, I'll give you an example.
It's
Mike
not
Tyson.
that what I think, it's what I know.
If you guys are correct, right? Mike Tyson, right?
It's not
shouldn't be
the
power puncher in the heavyweight division because he's so small.
Let me tell you.
Why?
It's not an opinion of mine. It's trial and error. It's taking shots off of this and taking shots off of. Listen to me. Punchers are not made. They are not fucking produced. They are born.
They're not. That is a fairy tale. Mike Tyson, one of the greatest punchers himself, said it himself. The reason why he's able to knock people out is with the way his muscles twitch. It's not based on him being born that way. He said he had to train to get that way. Tyson said that
he
himself.
had to train to get to the skills and the technique it takes to deliver the power. But the power itself, to cut a man's electricity off, is given from God. It is not given from Coach Kenny. It's not given from fucking.
Why do people believe
fucking? Listen to me.
How many?
I know.
How many guys, boxing hacker? How many guys do you see monster size hit like him?
Technique is. You're going out. God gives you the bone structure, or a matter of fact, good DNA gives you the heavy bones in your hands, which makes your punch hard. Shakur can go to Coach Kenny's fucking power punching school for the next 20 fucking years, and he'll never cut somebody's power off that's expecting a punch.
Shakur doesn't
never.
Because
his hands ain't big enough. He don't have heavy enough fucking hands.
Tyson was the smallest hand in the heavyweight division. How was he knocking people out?
The heavy fucking bones. He just got a touch from God. It's a fucking wonder. Listen to me, kid. Listen to me.
I'm listening to. I believe you.
It's not fucking. There's no technique in the world that can give you knockout power. None. It's either you got it or you fucking don't, and they know by the time you're 10 to 12. They know.
Okay, let me ask you something, D1. How much pressure is needed to knock somebody out?
8 pounds, and that's in the dead
4 to 5 pounds.
Perfect spot. 8 pounds. It's not 4 to 5. It's 8.
Okay.
8 pounds of pressure on the chin in the fucking correct spot. It snaps a fiber in your head and tells you to go to sleep. Don't try to tell me the science of a fucking punch or who's got power and who can power punch and who not. It's a God-given ability.
All right.
And Tank has it. Tank got it.
I'm
not gonna argue. Devin don't. Fucking every boxer.
Yes.
Listen.
How many guys around monster size hit like him?
Monster Inoue?
Yeah. How many guys around his size are hitting like him?
Monster Inoue.
How many?
I don't know.
None. Look at all the guys that he's been fighting. None of them have the power he's got. He's just like Tank.
But his power comes from his legs.
Special as fuck when it comes to punching.
Power definitely comes from your leg. And it comes from the kinetic energy of a punch from the bottom of your fucking foot to the end of your fist.
His legs and hip
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying God-given power to cut your motherfucking electricity off with one shot. It's only given to very few boxers.
Wait. Okay. I hear what you guys are saying, right? But if you're gonna use Inoue as an example, then you know it comes from his legs. Just like Pacquiao's power was coming from his legs.
Ariana, good night.
Pacquiao's power came from fucking God himself. And only God. Fuck are you talking about? A guy that can move from 115 to 147 don't got God-given power? What? Listen to me.
Did you see the size of his calf muscles?
Boxed before and listen to me. I know he's got big calves and he's got great punching technique and the whole technique of throwing a punch Pacquiao's got, and he's got big calves, so that's why you think he's got a heavy punch, and that's not true. He's got all the things that you said he's got, but what else he's got is heavy bones in his hand, a heavy fucking punch that he don't need no technique to deliver. It's God-given. Listen to me. I want you to go fucking ask everybody you know about punching. They'll tell you what I just told you. And if they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they never laced up a pair of fucking gloves. That's for goddamn sure.
Okay,
God decides who's got that. God does that. God touches each one of the. Here, you got it. You got. Why you think? Listen to me. Why you think? In high level fights, people won't pick the more skilled boxer. They'll pick the fucking puncher, because one single punch can change the whole, every little piece of amateur boxing you're doing. Is that true? One heavy shot. Yes, very
okay,
true.
when Madonna fought Floyd, who did they pick to win that fight? And Madonna had like a lot of people picked Maidana.
A lot of people picked Maidana.
But he wasn't the favorite though, right? He definitely wasn't the favorite.
That's because it's odd makers, and that's one of a fucking. You're talking about Floyd Mayweather. Do you realize that? Did you think about that before
you said that at high level fighting that people always pick the puncher? That's not true.
Yeah, that's one single.
Want to talk about terrible technique?
And people still picked fucking Maidana because they knew he had a fucking puncher's chance. Where do you think that saying comes from? A puncher's chance. It comes from God-given ability of heavy fucking hands, where a guy doesn't have no skill or technique or none of that. The boxer versus the puncher. That's because that puncher was selected by God to get heavy fucking bone structure and knock people's lights out. The shit is not built. It doesn't matter about calf muscles. You can be the most biggest brolic motherfucker you ever seen. Can't break his way through a paper bag.
Okay, so this is what you're saying.
Hold on. Let me speak real. Hold on, D1. Let me speak real quick. Let me speak real quick. Here's a perfect example for you, boxing hacker.
Sure.
The man has terrible technique and all that shit. Look at Deontay Wilder. Mr. 220 pounds. Tiniest legs you ever wanted to see on a giant man, and the man punches like a mule kicks.
And you see how big his shoulders are. Deontay Wilder. Do you see how big his shoulders are? Wait, D1. If you know boxing, right?
Listen.
Do you see? It's based on his. It's nothing based on his fist.
He has the skinniest legs you ever fucking seen.
Yes.
Two twigs.
His shoulder.
So where's the what you just said earlier about Manny Pacquiao? You just busted your own fucking myth. You realize that, right? You said Manny Pacquiao had it because he had big calf muscles. Now you're talking about Deontay Wilder got wide shoulders.
Yeah.
What?
So both are important.
No, they got heavy hands. Both of them guys got heavy hands. Has nothing to do with calves, shoulders, none of that shit.
There are people who have heavier hands than Wilder in the heavyweight division and aren't knocking people out like Wilder. You know that, right? There are people who have heavier hands than Wilder and are not knocking people out like Wilder. You realize that, right? It's not just,
how do you know? Did you weigh their hands? Could you take out a bone?
There are people
and tell
who
me how much their finger fucking weighs? Listen to me. I know he's a super small heavyweight, which even fucking plays more into what I'm telling you. It's a God-given thing. They're not built. They're not born. They're not fucking trained. It's given to you from birth, from God. And they know by the time you're 8 to fucking 12 years old, they know if you're cracking or not. Every boxer in every fucking gym will tell you what I just told you. I fucking swear to God on it. Because you know why? They felt the fucking bum boxer in the back of the gym fucking sledgehammer somebody and say, oh, we know why he's a boxer. He ain't got a fucking skill to speak of. But he cracks you one time and you don't know where the fuck you're at.
Okay, so let's say let's hold the
I'll tell you the same thing.
The bones,
they're chosen by God.
You also have to admit one thing, right? Hip rotation, shoulders, and legs play a big part.
Sitting down on a punch is sitting down on a punch. That's the science of a punch. That's how.
All right, box backer. If Devin sits down on a punch and he does everything you just said, why ain't he got no power in it?
You said Devin?
It's
yeah,
based on the way he punches. So I don't know. I don't want
to. If he does everything perfect, you're telling me Devin's going to get cracked.
No more punching.
Yeah, it's gonna get technical.
Listen,
you're killing me, bro.
We're beating a dead horse with this punching power shit because you don't know what you're talking about.
I know what I'm talking about, but
listen.
Okay, go.
We're gonna move on.
No worries.
Who you got Tank and Shakur, and why? And
Sure,
hold on,
okay.
do you consider what Loma did a duck?
So here's the thing.
A duck.
Loma
a duck? Yes, no.
So it's sort of like duck pending.
Oh my god, this is crazy.
So the reason why, okay, D1, the reason why
I feel glad I'm smoking this fucking weed right now, because Box Neck, you drive me up the wall.
Yeah, check this out. The reason why I say that, listen, check this out, right? Is because we don't know what Loma's gonna do next. You know, like if Loma comes back next year and decides to fight a champion, then I'll say, okay, maybe he really wanted time to himself. You know, I can't say, or maybe he's using it as a bargaining chip. I don't know why he just flew up to America to negotiate and then he says he's tired. You know, he knew who Tank was prior to the negotiation, so it's not like he was like not game. So maybe there's another reason why he didn't want to take the fight. Now, I would call him a true duck, and I said this in multiple channels, right? If he fights somebody of lesser talent or just fights a non-champion after, then I'll call him a duck.
Any single fight he chooses to fight. If he
if he comes back and fights any single fight he chooses, like I would call him a duck after that, because you know,
is Tank a duck if he doesn't send Shakur a contract?
Is Tank if he doesn't send Shakur a contract? I can't say it. You know, it depends what he does.
All right, so I guess you're being a little bit fucking.
Yeah, it depends.
Trying to keep a fucking even keel here, but I don't know, bro.
No,
I think you got a bias towards Tank opponents.
The funny thing, more people are Devin haters than I'm a Tank hater. I don't hate Tank.
I'm a Devin hater. I'll tell you right now. Well, not really Devin. I don't hate Devin. I just
like Bill.
See, but that's hate. I don't like.
No,
I don't
it's
hate
not.
their
No, it's
coaches or their family members. Like, even if I don't like Tio, let's say I don't like Tio's skill set, but I'm not gonna be like, I don't like Tio's dad. I hate his dad. I hate his dad.
I don't like Tio. Tio, his dad, none of them. See,
I don't like either one of them.
They're both fucking retards, and they both listen. If Tio doesn't learn how to take fucking training from a top boxing coach pretty soon here, because I hear every time he gets somebody in his camp, it's a fight or an argument, that kid is in serious trouble. His fucking fundamentals are almost but gone.
I would say Tank would knock out.
He
Tio.
needs.
See, that's
I would say
right?
Tank would knock out Tio on a fucking bad day, allowing him to weigh 10 more pounds than him and wearing UFC gloves.
Tio
will still knock
is
him
terrible.
out. That shit's not even a contest. All these guys that you guys think that is a contest for Tank, boxing guys behind the scenes, guys that are holding mitts, that train fighters, they look at you guys that are out here on this internet like some motherfucking goofies. Like there's nothing on in tape on anywhere unless you're from Newark, New Jersey.
I'm gonna tell you
why, because he's a master of distance against lower level opposition.
Exactly.
What is Tank though? What does Tank do better than anybody else on this planet?
He sets up shots better than most people.
You know, well, he does that too, but
he sets up shots better than most people.
He cuts distance. He closes distance faster. Second to none to nobody. There's not another man that's willing to take more shots, willing to parry more punches, and come inside and hit you with that God-given shit.
Like I said, we have to see. The thing is, I think Shakur is but there's nobody that's positioned as Shakur. You know that, right?
Scared of Artem. Took a shot from Artem.
He wasn't scared of Artem.
No way.
He wasn't in the pocket of Artem. What are we talking about?
I don't even think you know what the pocket is. What's the pocket?
He was close to Artem. He's fighting in the pocket.
That's what you're going to tell me is the pocket. You're going to say that to me right now. That the pocket is he was close to him, and then I got to take anything you say about boxing serious going forward.
He was at a distance where
you got to tell me what the pocket is and where does the pocket fighting take place?
It's at close range. It's like at close. It's at close punching range.
Thank God I'm smoking this weed.
Where did you see Shakur fighting in the pocket?
When he started walking Artem down, he was in the pocket with Artem. You don't think so?
I would say he was in the pocket probably about a whole round. I would say probably a whole 3 minutes.
I feel like towards the end he was in.
Listen, was this the pocket? Is Shakur in the pocket here? I'm going to give you a video. You got to tell me if he's in the pocket.
nigga on his knees.
Yeah, he was
Now,
out of
is
pocket.
he in the pocket or out of the pocket?
He was out of pocket with that one.
All right. That's just a quick.
All I'm saying is that Shakur fought Artem really good. I don't know why people were so.
The question, it was somebody in his pocket.
I thought so too.
Yeah, he fought Artem really good. I thought that was a really good fight for Shakur.
It was a good fight. He did his thing in there. He did all right. But there's this one exchange he had, and I hope I got it. I think I deleted it. Fucking this thing is so hard to fucking keep track of videos and shit if you don't name them all. It's kind of crazy. But listen, bro. Punchers are born. They're not made. You can't go to Bozy and figure out how to punch hard. You can figure out how to turn punches over. So you can figure out how to stop slapping.
Mike Tyson said it himself that he wasn't born that way. Like, I don't know why people.
He wasn't born a fucking skilled maniac boxer. The bob and weave, all that shit that he learned.
He said he wasn't born with that power.
That's what he's talking about.
No, he said no. His power come from was he born with that power? He said no. He said Mike Tyson's words. Okay, Mike Tyson's words was this. He said that
where did Wilder's power come from, boxing actor?
Knock you out, but he was just faster. He was just fast. He was so fast that he was able to.
All right, look. You can explain Mike Tyson. All right, let me explain Wilder's power.
Yeah.
I told you it's based on his shoulders.
No. You said hold on. You just finished saying that Mike Tyson had to develop his power. Where did Wilder get his from?
Okay, hip rotation, right? Plus your shoulders. If you have wide shoulder and you have hip rotation, the distance of the acceleration of the punch carries. How can I say it?
Has nothing.
The acceleration is more because of the shoulders and the hip rotation. If you look at Wilder when he shoots his right hand, it comes from a long distance to knock you out.
He sits down very well on his punches. He gets hip rotation and all that goofy shit you're talking about.
I wish you had that Robbie
sitting down on a
punch.
Plus
it's called that's technique. That's not power.
A sharper rotation.
That's how you throw a punch. That's called the technique of a punch.
If Wilder didn't have those shoulders, he could knock you out like
punch.
that. I promise you.
D1, any chance you could bring up that Hellenius fight knockout?
Yeah.
Because if you can show that, show me where he threw that from a distance. That was the shortest punch you ever seen in your life, and he put Hellenius
tap on the top of the head. It was a little tap on the top of his head. Give me 2 minutes, boys.
Tell me how he hit him with like you're talking about.
I'll show you. Hold on. Give me 2 minutes.
That man threw the shortest punch in the history of boxing and knocked that dude cold the fuck out.
It's not like it's coming from 10 miles away. It's based on the rotation. And plus, I don't know.
Watch how short. If he pulls the clip up, watch how short that punch is.
Okay.
Ain't no ifs. It's when I pull this punch up. It's
my dad taught my dad taught boxing in the Navy in World War II. He's the one who trained me. One thing my dad told me, he's like, punches are born. Period. They're not made.
If punches are born. What
my dad said that.
You're born a baby, and you. What are you born with?
Oh my God! Hold on, I gotta smoke some more weed, bro.
I hear this concept all the time. People, it's based on how you train. Like, okay, like naturally, like if you have bigger bone density, maybe your bones will hit harder, right? But like to gain punching power is based on your actual technique. At least in boxing,
not punching power. It's not power that you're talking about. It's just punching technique, bud.
Yeah. So Shakur doesn't have
how strong of a man you are definitely plays into how much power you have on your punch. But the extra ability to knock a man the fuck out is given to you by God or your family genetics. However you want to put it, it's not taught. You can't learn it in a fucking gym. Bro, you can learn how you can
learn in a boxing gym. That's why I don't know why people keep saying this. You learn how to know how to sit down on your shot. That's learning how to throw with power, right? In boxing gym, everybody tells you sit down on your punches. That's
3 guys.
I don't know. It's weird. People say punches are I guess knockout artists are boring, but I don't get it. What are they bored with that makes you think they're boring? Exactly what is power at that
Bro,
point?
some people are just born with weird power when it comes
What
to
is
punching.
power? Like, we're not Dragon Ball Z characters. What exactly is power? It's like a force.
When you can hit,
power is like
when
a
you
force
can
of
hit
motion, right?
somebody.
Yeah.
Look, bro, I've seen Wilder hit people in the forehead and knock them out.
I'm
In
not
the
denying
forehead.
that. But I'm saying if it wasn't based, if he didn't have those the wide shoulders, his extreme wide
Oh
shoulders,
my
he
God,
couldn't do
bro.
it. I promise you.
Let me tell you, I'm getting stoned as fuck because every time you say something dumb to me, I'm literally smoking to try and calm my nerves.
A lot of
I'm
fighters know
getting
this,
too
right?
stoned listening to
Like,
you.
okay, exercises that build up power, pull-ups. Pull-ups, like if you do natural like straight grip pull-ups, you'll build up your power. Why? Because it works your shoulders.
Well, my dad was 5'9", probably about when he was in the service about 160. I watched my old man grab this 280-pound dude, pull him up out of his
We're able to
fucking...
negate that power a bit when he put Wilder on his back foot. And there's a huge right hand! Down goes Hilarious! We're able to negate that power a bit when he put Wilder on his back foot. And there's a huge right hand! Down goes Hilarious!
Did you see how short that punch was?
Yes. And you,
now, like I was saying,
let me
my
just
dad.
you guys think it's just because of the weight of the bone density in his hand that he could do that? Is that what you think?
No, I think they just born freakishly strong when it comes to punching. Some people just have that freakish fucking strength when they hit you. Not everybody has that shit.
So do you feel like it's strength that knocks him out? This is what I'm trying.
I think it's everything. I think it's speed, accuracy, and just the sheer force. Look, like I was saying, my dad was 5'9", probably about 160. I saw him grab this 290-pound fucking dude out of his desk, hit the man one time, and all I saw was the dude's knees bent over his chair while he was on his back. That's how strong my dad was. I seen him punch to a window and knock a dude out of the red light in his car.
Listen, you.
My dad was this little short man.
Power. Hold on.
My dad's hands, I swear, looked like boxing gloves, like baseball gloves. And he had, that was his hand.
Okay, so
it's body type, it's your DNA. Maybe I'm saying the wrong thing to you, so it's not getting through. But you definitely can get big and strong and all that shit, and it will add to your punching power. But the ability to cut somebody's lights out while they're looking at you, while they're expecting a punch, that kind of power, like Tank has, like Wilder has, it's God-given. There is no fucking training that you can go to give you that extra. There's none, dude. I wish I can fucking send a link to anybody that's in a gym. They would tell you the same fucking thing, bro.
But so you think Inouye's power is God given too?
Yeah.
What?
It is. He's a little tiny guy knocking people's lights out, bro. It's God given. No Nito Daenerys is God given.
So let me put it in context.
Nito works that much harder than people in the gym, so that's why he's knocking people. Or Monster works that much harder than people on sitting down on a punch. That's why
you have to look at the whole. You have to look at the whole fighter. Like Monster's power comes from his hip rotation. Like you sometimes you have to. I don't know. The way I look at fighters is different. Like it's based on.
We're able to negate that power a bit when he put Wilder on his back foot. And there's a huge right hand. Down goes Hilarious.
I got more for you, bitch ass too.
At all time, and he just ducked underneath that left hook, but got caught. Oh, what a shot! What a miss!
Was that punching power? Was that technique? That was a little bit on Tank's part, but he barely even sat down on that. He just threw a little overhand left. Pop right in your fucking shit. You're down and don't know no better because it's a flash. You get hit, bro. Boxers.
Wait. Did you see how Tank knocked him out? He put pressure. He put weight on his back foot before he shot the shot. Did you see that?
Okay, that's
That's
technique. That's
it's
what I'm
based on
trying
that.
to
Like
tell you. Technique is you can learn technique. Somebody can teach you how to throw a fucking punch, but the extra ability to stop it, to cut the lights off, is God given. There, listen to me. You may be 6'6" and shit brick house, fucking thinking you're punching hard. You get in the ring with me. I'm 6'1". You ain't gonna knock me out because I see it all coming, and God didn't give you that ability. God didn't give you the heavy hands.
okay.
Listen, this is we're just gonna go around in circle and circle and circle.
I hear what you're saying, but I think you gotta look at like if you look at how Tank just knocked down Ryan, right? He puts weight on his back foot, and he does that most when he knocked out Roy. He does the same thing.
Sets the shot up.
It's weight
but
transitioning.
The extra, you're not hearing me. It is weight transition, and it's all that. That's technique of throwing a punch.
Right.
You can learn that, and they can teach you that. But the extra thing that cuts the lights out, it's God given. You can't learn it in a fucking gym.
Okay.
That's why. Listen, it just you can't.
Hey man,
I'm gonna get some more answers for that. We've been going for 2 hours straight, old school, and we probably just got copyrighted, bro. I'm gonna cut it here. Thank you for stopping through, Boxing Hacker. We appreciate you, man.
People, thanks for
all right, everybody. Thank y'all.
Hey,
You're
man,
watching this shit. Playback. Hit the fucking thumbs up. Hit Williams Cash App. You probably fucking didn't do that. This shit is hard work. It's crazy. YouTube fucks with everybody. It's hard to get this shit monetized. Look out for my partner here. You know what I mean? If you can. If not, hit the fucking like button on the playback. Thank you for stopping through. We appreciate you. Peace.
Peace.
Peace, guys.
Peace, homie.